Ms. Westerkamp, who won the 2020 election?
Senator, under our Constitution, the Electoral College votes for the president, and then that is certified by Congress. And in 2020, President Biden was certified by the electoral.
Yeah, that's not my question. Who won the election?
Notice how this starts. A simple question, just 5 words. Who won the 2020 election? But watch what happens. The nominee immediately pivots to constitutional process instead of answering directly. This isn't an accident. This is strategy, and Senator Kennedy knows it.
And I know what you think of certification because you tweeted on January 6th in a post saying, in reference to the 2020 election results, a certified lie is still a lie. I'm asking you, who won the 2020 election?
Here's where it gets interesting. Kennedy pulls out her own tweet, where she called the certification a lie. So she previously questioned the legitimacy, but now, as a judicial nominee, complete amnesia. She's asking us to believe she has no opinion on something she publicly called a lie. This is the game being played.
Let me make it more specific. Who won the popular vote?
Again, Senator, under our Constitution, what matters is who the Electoral College votes as.
But I'm not asking you for what the Constitution says. I'm asking you for your view factually.
Kennedy tries to make it even simpler. The popular vote. This isn't about the Electoral College. It's just asking, did more people vote for Biden or Trump? A factual question with a factual answer. But she still won't say it. Why? Because she's been coached to avoid any statement that could be used against her in this hearing.
And frankly, we've received this kind of canned, ridiculous answer before, as you know, because you were instructed to give this answer, right?
Senator, I am speaking to what the Constitution, under our Constitution again, and that is actually Article 2.
You were instructed to give this answer, right? Kennedy says the quiet part out loud. These aren't spontaneous responses. They're rehearsed. Every nominee is saying almost the exact same words. That's not coincidence, that's preparation. But here's the question. Is that preparation smart legal strategy, or is it dodging accountability?
Let me ask you this. Who won the 2024 election?
In the 2024 election, again, the Electoral College voted for President Trump, and then the Congress also certified President Trump as the winner.
Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Brilliant tactical move here. Kennedy asks about 2024, and suddenly she can mention Trump by name. But for 2020, back to constitutional process. She can say, Trump won in 2024, but not Biden won in 2020. The same constitutional process happened both times, but only one gets a direct answer. That inconsistency, that's what Kennedy's exposing.
Was the United States Capitol attacked on January 6, 2021?
Senator, again, I condemn all of the violence that occurred on January 6th.
Okay, we're not going to get an answer from you.
New question, same strategy. Was the Capitol attacked? Not, what do you think about it? Just, was it attacked? Yes or no? But she pivots to, I condemn violence, which sounds good but doesn't answer the question. It's like asking, is it raining? And someone saying, I'm against getting wet. True, but not an answer.
Ms. Clark, who won the 2020 election?
Senator, under our Constitution, the mechanism for electing a president
I am amazed. I am just amazed by the insult to this committee of witness after witness seeking to be a federal judge, subverting our Constitution, and showing how you have no independence, which is essential to a federal judge.
Now we're on nominee number 2. Same question. Watch this. Word for word, almost identical answer. Under our Constitution, the mechanism. This is where Kennedy loses patience, because this isn't just one person being careful. This is a coordinated strategy across multiple nominees. They're reading from the same script.
Ms. Lane, who won the 2020 election?
Apologies. Again, Senator, the Constitution outlines the process, and as a judicial nominee, I'm here to talk about what the Constitution requires, which is an electoral vote and certification by Congress. And in 2020,
Okay, who won the election?
President Biden.
Wait, did she just answer? After all that, Lane actually says President Biden. She's the first one to name a name. But notice, she only says it after giving the full constitutional disclaimer first. She built her legal shield, then gave a one-word answer. That's the formula. Protect yourself first, then answer minimally.
Was the Capitol attacked, Mr. Rickey, on January 6th?
There was violence that occurred here on January 6th, Senator.
Was the Capitol attacked?
I would just say, Senator, there was violence that occurred here on that date.
You've seen videos of what happened.
Yes, Senator, I have.
Was the Capitol attacked?
Again, Senator, I say
This is linguistic gymnastics at its finest. Kennedy asks 4 times, was it attacked? Rickey says violence occurred, but never uses the word attack. Why does this word matter so much? Because attack implies intent, implies an aggressor, implies taking a side. Violence occurred is passive. It just happened, like weather. This is how careful word choice shapes narrative.
Ms. Lane, was the Capitol attacked?
Senator, the characterization of January 6th is subject to ongoing controversy and debate, and as a nominee, it would be inappropriate for me to characterize it.
Ongoing controversy and debate. This is the most revealing answer yet. She's essentially saying, people disagree about what to call it, so I won't call it anything. But here's the thing, there are videos, there are court records, hundreds of people have been convicted. At what point does ongoing debate become an excuse to avoid stating observable facts?
The answers here, which obviously are canned, they're pre-rehearsed, they're Orwellian in their denial of reality, and they are a subversion of this process. They're an insult to this committee, but they also fundamentally show a complete lack of independence and backbone and impartiality, which are the fundamental requirements of a United States District Court judge or a judge on any panel.
And here's Kennedy's final verdict, Orwellian denial of reality. He's not just frustrated, he's making a philosophical argument. He's saying that judges who can't or won't acknowledge basic facts are dangerous. Because if you can't say who won an election or whether an attack happened, how can you be trusted to judge complex legal cases? That's his core point. This isn't about politics, it's about truth. So what did we just watch? On one side, nominees protecting themselves with constitutional language, avoiding political landmines that could derail their careers. On the other side, a senator arguing that refusing to state facts disqualifies you from being a judge. Who's right? That depends on what you think judges should be. Should they be neutral referees who never take positions? Or should they be willing to acknowledge reality even when it's politically charged? The irony is this. These nominees are trying so hard to appear impartial that they're coming across as partisan because their silence looks like a political calculation. Leave a comment. Did these nominees handle this correctly, or did Senator Kennedy expose a real problem? Let me know what you think.